It's been a while. Again. Hi everyone, it's Clarice and today I'm going to be doing another Saturday Reads. I know I haven't posted in over a week, but unlike the last Saturday video that I made, I'm not gonna apologize for it. But last weekend I was actually busy with other things. Last Saturday I was busy with this. And last Sunday I was busy with this.
Nobody can hold the boss. No wizard that there is or was is ever gonna bring.
Yes, I went to 2 concerts back to back last weekend, and I'm not the type of person to do that normally. But actually, just last year, I was complaining to my mom about how nobody I wanted to watch was actually coming to the Philippines. Like, I really wanted to go to a concert, but there was no concerts that I wanted to go to. And I was complaining to my mom, and I was thinking, who would I actually want to watch if they came to the Philippines? You know, who would I be wanting to pay really good money to get really good seats for and watch live? Well, that's kind of easy. The 2 acts that I absolutely have to watch if ever they came to the Philippines would be Pentatonix and Idina Menzel. Though those acts aren't like abnormally mainstream, so I didn't really have high hopes that they'd come to the Philippines. Just me wishing. But a few months later, suddenly I heard that Idina Menzel was coming to the Philippines, and I was so excited. I was like, Mom, my wish, it was granted. I'm gonna watch Idina Menzel. And then just a few days later, suddenly I hear that Pentatonix is coming to the Philippines too. Wow, my wishes are so strong. And then suddenly I realized they were coming to the Philippines on the same weekend. And for a while I freaked out. You know, I was like, can I really watch 2 concerts in one weekend? You know how much money that is? But then I figured it's Pentatonix and Idina Menzel. I have to watch them. Doesn't matter if they're on the same weekend, even if that weekend is my dad's birthday weekend and my parents' anniversary weekend. I had to watch. And I watched with my mom. And I watched Pentatonix also with my boyfriend. It was amazing. I'm still not over it. You can't imagine how terrible the concert hangover I had after that weekend. My goodness. You know what? I had to watch Pentatonix because, you know, I was in the choir much of my grade school and high school years, and we did a lot of a cappella, and because of that, I could really appreciate how hard it is to sing a cappella properly. And not only does Pentatonix sing a cappella amazingly, they also arrange their own songs, and as a musician in general, I just have to give Pentatonix so much respect, and I freaking love Pentatonix. But Idina Menzel, when I mentioned that I was watching Idina Menzel, and people would ask, who are you watching again? I'd say Idina Menzel, they'd be like, oh, Let It Go, because that's all people seem to know. Wicked, the musical, just means so much to me. Again, I was part of the choir, and my first solo actually was duet, the way it was arranged. But it was the first time that I was separate from the rest of the choir, and I sang with them as my backup rather than me being the backup or me just being part of the choir, you know, just defying gravity. That was my first solo ever. After I kind of just got obsessed with Wicked, you know, I memorized every single song from that musical several years before I even managed to watch it, which is kind of weird, but it's Wicked, and it's amazing. And Idina Menzel was Elf upon Wicked, and I don't know, after I got obsessed with Wicked, I just kind of got obsessed with Idina Menzel, and she's amazing. Live, not only was her voice absolutely beautiful, but she was so funny, you know, like she's one of those people that's really good to watch live because she's hilarious. You know, I never buy the most expensive seats because I don't know about other places, but concerts here often held in arenas, the same place that they have basketball games, and usually the whole like actual like basketball part of the arena where the players play basketball, half of that part of that's the stage and the rest of it are like the most expensive seats. But I never get the most expensive seats because I'm really short, and those seats are kind of just on flat ground, and they're not they're just kind of flat. They're not like elevated. Usually in concerts, people just are standing up the whole time. You know, I wouldn't see anything. I'll be watching through my phone. That's why I never get the most expensive tickets. But Idina Menzel, no one was standing and crowding. It wasn't that kind of concert. I would have seen everything fine. And not only that, at one point in the concert, she asked people to sing with her. And I just wanted to jump over from my seat to the VIP area so I could sing with her because, oh my god. Just like, Mom, next time she comes, and she will come again, we're going to the VIP area. I don't freaking care how much I need to pay. Just the chance to sing with Idina Menzel. We all have dreams, you know. I dream of being a successful freelance web developer, dream of being happy, of having a happy family, of the Philippines rising from its poverty, of world peace, you know. We all have those sorts of dreams. We also all have those kind of petty dreams, you know, the ones that aren't actually that important, but you still want to happen so badly. And my petty dream is to sing with Idina Menzel, preferably For Good from Wicked. But if she asked me to sing like Happy Birthday with her, I don't freaking care as long as I get to sing with her. But anyway, enough about me talking about concerts and things. Why do I call these videos Saturday Reads? My last few Saturday Reads videos have barely been about books. Why do I even call them Saturday Reads? Maybe I should call them Saturday Updates instead. Please tell me if my rambling about non-bookish things on these videos is annoying you. I promise I'll lessen them if they do. I don't mind. I don't mind talking about books all the time. Books are awesome. But if you're okay with me talking about my non-bookish life a bit once a week, also please tell me. I just want to be sure because I don't know if I'm annoying you or if you're actually okay with this. But anyway, to the books. Basically, for the last 2.5 weeks, I've been reading just one book, which is A Storm of Swords, which is the third book in the A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. The reason I'm reading it slow is not because it's a bad book, it's just a really long book. Actually, the first half of the book took me more than 2 weeks to read, but by the time I reached the second half of the book, I just couldn't stop reading. I've been basically reading it whenever I had free time these last few days. I hit the 50% mark a few days ago, and despite the fact that it took me over 2 weeks to read the first 50%, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this book tomorrow because I'm just that into it. So far, this book has kept me so angry and so sad, and even though there's so many different storylines happening, I'm finding myself interested in all of them, which was not exactly the case in the first 2 books. It's just a really good book, but it's really frustrating me that nobody in my household has read it. I mean, my dad reads mostly non-fiction, my little brother reads little kid fiction, my twin brother doesn't really read. He actually read his first novel a few weeks ago. I made him read The Martian, and it's such a jappy book that I knew that he would love it. Jappy is the name of my brother, by the way. Well, it seemed like such a jappy book because it's all the science and the humor and the duct tape, and it seemed like something he would love. He read it in like 2 days. It was the first novel he ever started and finished, and he read it in like 2 days. And after that, he experienced his first ever book hangover, and it was hilarious, and I was so happy for him. You know, he was researching on the book, asking me if there was anything in the back of the book that was extra that he may have missed, freaking out because at the time the trailer for the movie hadn't come out yet. You know, it was so funny, but I was so happy for him. Anyway, point is, he's only read 1 novel so far. He doesn't really read. My mom, she reads similar books to me, but she doesn't really have time to read books, definitely. Especially not books as massive as the Song of Ice and Fire books. So basically, I have nobody to talk to because they don't even watch the show. Basically, whenever something happens, I just usually turn to my twin brother Jap and I'm like, everybody's dying, because that's all I can really say. But anyway, I plan to finish that tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, the next day. And at the moment, I'm 6 books behind in my reading challenge, which again doesn't really matter. But after I read The Storm of Swords, after reading such a massive book, I really do want to just read a bunch of shorter books, you know? And then I'll get to Feast for Crows. But shorter books first. So after reading A Storm of Swords, I'll probably read 1, 2, or all of these books. We'll see. So anyway, that was my update on mostly my life, but a bit of an update on my reading. Again, please tell me what you think about these videos, if I should really just stick to books, or if you're okay hearing about my life and things. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!